All right, I'm back for Dusty S's ongoing coverage of Fragadelphia X Tap 2, and we're with news coming off of Timberman Mix's win over Enigma. So to start, pretty confident 2-0 win over that intermediate team. I think they did pretty good to make it this far. What do you think about those plucky underdogs on the Enigma side?
I mean, they were pretty good. We just started like like kind of cold, but then we just like warm up and that was it. We just play our own game and that was it.
And now with that win, you've locked in a top eight. You've locked in a top eight spot at this event. How do you feel about your run so far? Playing as a complete mix with the Timmerman guys, Consti and Cameron.
No, it's pretty good. Like they're like really good players, so it's just like easy to play with, and that's it. Like just good in general.
And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe you're the first person to so between you, Cameron, and Constance, you're the first person to sort of join as a sub for this team as like a stand-in. Because I know Cameron came at the last minute, and Constance came after I think like Nero dropped out. So how did you end up deciding to play with the Timmerman guys at this LAN? Were you planning on going on your own, or what happened so you ended up playing with them?
Yeah, no, I mean like I was going there with them. I meant in the other land, and like I think Shane couldn't come to this land, and I just like they asked me to fill in, and I just that's it. Uh, Eventually, we're gonna come with Nero and Aleph, but they couldn't come for personal issues and stuff. And then we just picked like Kevin because he's our friend and they played before with him. And Cameron just was like the last moment because when Aleph told us like he couldn't come, it was last minute. So we gotta make a tweet and we just decided to play with Cameron because he has experience and that's it.
And how do you think the team's been like melding together? Because obviously it's a lot of very different players. Consi hasn't played in a while. Darren Snav have obviously played together forever, but then you and Cameron are coming from completely different teams. So how do you think the team's been like coming together for this event?
I think we are pretty like confident in ourselves because like the roles like match perfectly. Like Cameron is like a anchor player. I can do like I can fill in, so I can play like anchors. Like rotation doesn't matter. But I think we're like very comfortable with the spots, with the roles and stuff.
Now, focusing on your main team, Fluffy Aimers. So we saw you come back to the Fluffy Aimers squad after your short stint on Perseverance. Can I ask you what was going on? So obviously that team, ended up collapsing. The three of them got the bans, all that. But you just joined that team. You played one. I think you played like an NA revival qualifier with them or whatever. And then the team exploded. Like, what was going through your head during that whole process where they ended up, getting in trouble, getting banned, all that?
Yeah, I think we play actually was the Inner Rebel and I play one CCT game. I'm pretty sure, or one or two CCT games. I mean that was like I don't know. It was like weird for me because what happened before, and then like I joined this team and happened again, and I actually like we got disqualified from the entire ACL. But besides that, like there's nothing to do. Like I just like uh, the guys on Fluffy just contact me, and I just say yes because.
And of course, you played with Nero and Aleph on Rocket before that squad had to disband after Joy got his second cheating ban. Were you excited with the prospect of being able to play with Nero and Aleph again? Do you feel like you had an unfinished business with those guys?
Actually, yeah. I actually was so excited to play with them because if you think about it, I never played with them at LAN, and they're like my friends. Like so, I was excited to play with them. Like, unfortunately, they cannot come. So
And so after Perseverance collapses, you end up going back to Fluffy Aimers. Was it easy for you to find your way back into that team, or did you have to what was the process of convincing Fish and the Fluffy Aimer guys to let you back into the squad? Like what was the process there by which you found your way back? Replacing Sacrifice on Fluffy Aimers.
it was actually like pretty easy. They just like I talked to like Fish, and they say like they asked me if I wanted to play back, and I say yes because I like the team. I like the at that at the point when I leave, it was like a little bit like a weird situation in the team. But like after that, when they asked me to join back, the team was like really like good. So that's it.
And the team had to play the most of the season with A due to the fact that they ran out of roster moves. Despite that, the team was able to find a 10th place finish in ECL. How do you feel about the team's form right now? Playing with A in ECL and then I believe Wolf in other events.
Being honest, is not been that. I mean, it's been good about like Counter Strike wise, but like besides that, I mean, outside that is like kind of like weird because you play every event with like a different player, which is like for my IGL like Brad is like kind of hard. Like try to like structure the team with different like type of players. But besides that, it's been like really good because like everyone else is doing like a really good job to like try to adapt like with them on the team or on the roster. So yeah.
And I think the player on that Fluffy Amers roster who has had the most attention recently is, of course, Slump, the opera who has almost seemingly come out of nowhere and has been lighting up the scoreboard. What can you tell me about him? Because he pretty much came out of nowhere, right? Like he's doing killer numbers. What can you tell me about him as a player and him as a person?
I'm being honest. I knew as long when I joined back Fluffy because I didn't know him. I mean, I know him from pucks and stuff, but I didn't know him actually. So I think like as a person, he's like a chill guy, like a good teammate, and as a player, he's like a good teammate. I mean, a good player as well, and he's really good. That's it.
One other thing with the Fluffy Amers roster is we saw MarKE briefly come into the squad to play for the major qualifiers, but he hasn't been seen in the team since. Can you tell me what the situation is with him? Is he out of the project, or is it someone you're trying to like bring back in? What's going on with MarKE?
I'm being honest. I have no idea. I don't know any about that, so I just cannot not say anything to that. Sorry for that.
With the team now making it to semifinals here at Fragax Tap 2, do you guys think you have what it takes to go all the way? Is there any teams you see as a serious competition on your way to winning the event?
I'm being honest. I'm pretty confident on ourselves, and I don't think we made semifinals yet. I think we need to play one more BF3 to make semifinals, but it's like I'm pretty confident in our team, and we're just gonna do like what we gotta do to win. That's it.
Yes, you are completely right. I believe you play MCS next, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, and so you'll be playing MCX next very soon. Um, what are your what do you know anything about that team? What are you thinking? What are you thinking ahead of that match against MCS?
I'm pretty sure I played a team recently with Fluffy in a quali or something like that. I don't remember. I think we played them, and yeah, they're like I think they're an advanced team. They're pretty like decent, but we're just gonna play our own game and see how it goes.
Another team you recently faced was Fisher College, the majority European squad that's here at this LAN. I believe you actually lost a series to them in the Nouns Female Holiday Cup. If you face them again, do you guys think you're confident you can take on that squad?
I mean, I always wanna be confident like playing anyone, like me and my team. I'm pretty sure of that. I use, I mean, if that's the final, like hopefully or like we cannot be semifinal, but if that's the final, that's good. We're just gonna be like try to make the finals and just like be confident against them. That's it.
All right, so that is Nooz filling in for Timbermen. They will be heading into action very soon against MCS. So I'll let you guys go get ready for that match. Thank you so much for your time, and good luck tonight.